So who am I in a nutshell? I'm Thereasa Black. I served in the military active duty for 4 years, during which time I drove an aircraft carrier, which was, yes, very fun. I left the Navy after 4.5 years to go to law school at GW, where I graduated in 2017. In 2016, I had my daughter, became a single mom, and still graduated on time. I left law school, registered to run for Congress, passed the bar, dropped out of the race because I was informed I'd be deploying, and deployed in 2018 for a little over 13 months, and returned to launch my own business called Amore Congelato. And so now, here I am, a single mommy, an entrepreneur, and a naval officer. And don't forget, an attorney. A big question that a lot of people have been asking me is how COVID is affecting my business. The answer, in short, is a lot. Reality is my sales have significantly decreased, not even a little bit, like a lot. And this is the time where business was supposed to be increasing because of the weather. So it's going to put a huge damper on my business. Now I'm working on my own, and my business is actually increasing from other avenues. So it's making it a little bit more difficult. Like right now, everyone wants pints, because they want to be able to eat at home as opposed to eating at the store or eat while they're walking around. And that takes a lot of time, but also takes up a lot more gelato. I've applied for both the PPP loan and the SBA relief loan. I haven't been approved for either. But the PPP loan, unfortunately, I'm one of the customers that's with Wells Fargo, who apparently has been doing some things that they shouldn't have and prioritizing the larger loan applications before they do the smaller loan applications against the act, which said that it was going to be on a first come first served basis. I very literally got the application to apply for the PPP loan through Wells Fargo the day that the money ran out, which I think was done purposely, but I'm just assuming. I'm not making any claims. But needless to say, after this whole thing is over, I will be changing banks. Here we are, 10:45 at night, and Isabella is still awake, crying because she doesn't want to go to sleep by herself. These are the nights that I need so much patience. Again, I'm up into the wee hours of the night trying to update my website. I had some advice given to me today, and I wanted to make sure to incorporate it before tomorrow. So another long night. Yes, you can see the rings under my eyes again. I know, embarrassing. It's 1:16 in the morning and I'm about to go to bed. I left my charger downstairs for my phone earlier, so I have to go get it. My computer just died, so I guess that means that it's time for me to sleep. I'm almost done updating my website. So tomorrow, I guess I'll be doing a little bit more when I wake up early. So I'm about to start the first Zoom meeting of the day. And yes, with my hair looking like this. Maybe I should turn the camera off and just do the Zoom session with just the voice. So I tried to create a new flavor, and it was supposed to be butter honey, but I didn't really like the taste as much. So I added in a little extra, and now I think it's ready. We'll see. I'm putting together pints for customers' orders, and I have to do them each individually, and I'm doing it all by myself, so you can imagine how long it takes. Forever. I came to my friend's house to pick up Isabella. After I opened the store, I tried to put Isabella in a babysitter or a daycare type of situation, and she refused to go, mainly because the son of her caretaker was being very mean to her, and so she never wanted to go back. And so most of the time she just comes to the store with me every time I work. But now I'm kind of like, I don't really want her there. So my friend today, my mom couldn't watch her today, so my friend actually took her over so that Isabella and her daughter could play and give her a break as well, because, you know, this COVID thing. Another semi-late night, driving home from the store. I am struggling to stay awake, like struggling. One of my biggest concerns since COVID began was going to the store so often. As a company that has to make a product with using food, I constantly need to have my ingredients, and I need to update my ingredients. And so Having my mom around to watch Isabella has been very good because I don't have to take Isabella with me to the store, because at the beginning of all this, Isabella decided that the store was the best place to have a tantrum every time we went. Isabella quickly figured out that the best way to have a tantrum is to put her hands on the ground, because that was going to impact me the most. And so as a result, she puts her hands on the ground, and oh, by the way, she sucks her thumbs. So it just made me terrified, and I don't want to ever take her into the store because of that. Well, now that my mom's not here, and she was supposed to be back today, and now it turned into tomorrow, which also turned into Friday, I need to go to the store. And so now it's one of those dilemmas, like, do I just run out of my products and wait till my mom gets back, or go to the store? Obviously, the right answer is to just run out of product and wait till my mom gets back. So that's what I have to do. The key to the perfect peach cobbler gelato is obviously the peach cobbler. I make it fresh with every single batch. And then I mix it into my Fior Latte gelato. Making gelato is all about chemistry. You have to make sure that you put the exact correct amounts into every single batch. Too much of one ingredient or too little of another could be fatal to your gelato. That's why you have to make sure that you're keeping track of exactly how much you're putting in there. And don't just trust anyone with making it for you. You have to make sure you trust that person and that you've watched them make it in the past. I've had a couple of situations where I trusted the wrong person and they destroyed my gelato. The products that you use are also very important. So I use a local milk. This is the brand. And I would show you the rest of what I use, but I don't want you to know my secrets. The next step is putting the various powders into the gelato. So as you can see, that's the coconut sugar. So in understanding the difference between Amore Congelato and every other or most other gelatos is that I actually make my mix and do everything by myself. Most other people, they use a pre-made mix, or they use a bunch of pre-made powders and then just shove it into their gelato. I do mine so that you know and I know exactly what's in it, and it's all natural. So next step up is to mix it. Like I said earlier, making gelato is all about chemistry. So I actually add my cream in at the very end after I separate out each batch so that I can get the exact amount of fat that I need, so I know exactly how much fat is in each scoop of gelato. You're all the way mixed. Your next step is to pour your mix into the gelato machine. You start it and then you let it go. So it's going to be spinning like that and heating up to get to a pasteurization temperature, and then it'll beep when it's ready. So in case you're wondering, yes, I forgot to record myself actually getting the gelato out of the machine. So I'm sorry. I am home now, obviously, and I completely forgot to record it. So there's always next time. Sorry. And no, I'm not having a floating head. I'm wearing a black shirt, and in the black of my room, you cannot see my shirt. It looks like I have a floating head.